The blob brush tool can be used to draw organic shapes quite easily, which can be hard to draw using the pen tool. Using the blob brush tool, you can draw brush stroke like the paintbrush tool, but there is a difference between the two. First, let's see where to find the blob brush tool. The blob brush tool is located in the group of the paintbrush tool. So if you click and hold your mouse, you can see the blob brush tool located beneath the paintbrush tool. So what's the difference between the paintbrush tool and the blob brush tool? When you draw a shape using the paintbrush tool, you can only change the stroke of that shape and you cannot change the fill of that shape. So if I draw a shape using the paintbrush tool and try to change the fill, you will find that I cannot apply a fill to this shape. But using the blob brush tool, you can change both the stroke and the fill of a shape. So let's draw a simple shape using the blob brush tool. And now to change the fill, first select the shape using the selection tool and then double click here and choose the color. Similarly, you can change the stroke of this shape as well. So I think you get the difference. That is, in the paintbrush tool, you cannot change the fill of the shape, but using the blob brush tool, you can change the fill and the stroke of the shape that you draw. Now you can create some fancy artwork using the blob brush tool. So here I'm going to draw a shape of a ball, simple ball. So first I'm going to draw a circle and then I'm going to fill it with a nice green color. Then select the blob brush tool and draw two arc-like shape. Just a freehand swipe to create this arc-like shape. You will notice that these two shapes are independent. That is, you can modify each shape individually. So if I move this shape a little bit up to adjust the position. And now what I'm going to do is select all the shape using the selection tool and click on this minus front button in the pathfinder. So this will create a basic shape of a ball. Here I don't want to apply the stroke, so I'm going to delete the stroke. So click on this button to remove the stroke. Now this shape resembles like a ball. One thing to note here that this ball is made up of 3 individual shapes. So if you select this ball and right click and then click ungroup, you can modify each shape individually. So this can be a very powerful tool. When you work with complex shape, this will come in very handy. So do take a note of this. You can further customize this brush if you like. So if you double click on the blob brush tool icon, a dialog box will open up with different options that you can customize. First is merge selected. If merge selected is not checked, then if you draw a shape on top of other shape, the two shapes will merge together. So if I draw two shapes using the blob brush tool and select it using the selection tool, you will find that both the shapes have joined together. But if I check merge selected, then the shape you draw will not merge together. So now if I draw two shapes, one over the other, I can work with individual shape. Here there are some other options as well. You can change the smoothness of the brush or change the size of the brush, angle of the brush or roundness of the brush, which you can customize according to your need.